Welcome to your soul's true calling. Today I thought it'll be fun if I kind of showcased my charm collection a little bit because I have been collecting charms for years, and also for those of you who are interested in charm casting, I thought it'll be a good way to give a little introduction of what charm divination is. Okay, so I've been collecting charms for quite a while. It's been years. And first, I really just started off just scattering around my house and just looking for little things. For example, I remember just getting these, just like things that you could find around the house. For example, this right here, I always read the message as a link, because literally it's like a link. And, we have like these loose screws, something that needs fixing of some sort. And also I know that, around the house, we might even find multiple keys. I believe I have more keys in my collection. So these are all actual keys that opens up locks. Now these individual keys, they all have their own individual meaning and message. And, so we could like start off with these, or we could also put in, some safety pins. And these are 3 different sizes, and of course they will mean different things. Attachments, safety, or like little attachments of some sort. It really depends on the reading and on different individuals, because you have to know, like each charm might mean a significant meaning. However, with me, when I do readings, let's just say if 2 clients are sitting in front of me and both of them have the same charm, they won't get the exact same message. So sometimes the charms itself will tell you at the very moment of what that message is. For example, see, we have this money sign over here, right? Now, yeah, it can be money, prosperity, abundance, like kind of like towards that direction. However, if I have someone in front of me and they give me the vibe of what this charm might just mean investment, so I would strongly advise you guys, if you're starting to collect charms, to start your charm set, don't just throw in random things. Make sure that each individual charm has a specific meaning to you, because we're all different and each charm might mean something different. So if you were just to randomly throw in something and it doesn't inspire you to get a message, then I would strongly advise you to just leave that one out. For example, when I started off, I literally just started looking for things around my house, and I started to just tune in on energies or message, or whatever that charm gave me, whatever feeling that charm gave me. Like this glass bottle, for example. I remember getting this glass bottle. I went to the mall and they had sample perfumes, and in this bottle were tiny bits of just sampled perfume. And after I was done with the sample, I thought, oh wow, this is actually very interesting. I cleaned it up a little bit and I put in my charm set. And this charm to me means, a message that you're waiting for. However, there is no message. It's just because there's no message in the bottle. It's just an empty bottle. So the answer is unknown. So it really depends on your creativity, and also to channel in your intuition. And let me show you, this is Look, I have a disk. It says 2 gigabytes. Like, this would mean obviously data and information. And this is literally from like an old digital camera that I don't use anymore because the batteries obviously is drained and you can't really turn it on anymore. So I took out the disc and I put in my charm set, and whenever I see this pop out, it just means data and information. And this is a chip. Obviously it's broken off. A computer chip. So when this pops up, the message to me would indicate broken logic. So yeah, just look around the house and see what you find. This is a button, you know, from, I believe it was like a coat or something. And this was, yeah, just like a clip, just office supplies. And also want to show you guys, you know, because I do also do dice divination. So I did throw in a couple of dice in the set, and I read them as dice divination. And I also have a lot of crystals, and I have a lot of crystal bracelets. And when some of them break off, I collect the crystals, and I'll indicate them as different chakras with different colors crystals. So I'll kind of read them like chakras. So these are all crystals. And these are actually seashells that I picked up from the beach. And whenever these pop out, it indicates, you know, water energy or a form of security, home, being safe, you know, along the lines of that direction. And this rock I also picked up on the beach. Just, you know, rock solid, it could be literal. So really try to understand the meaning of each charm that you put in your set. And I have these bells. Now these are all different colors, so obviously they have different meanings. These are literally bells that I got off of like Pet's collar. I have a dog, and I used to buy a lot of collars for him. And I didn't like him being so noisy running around the house, just like ringing. So I took off the bells, and I was like, hey, you know, I could actually put it in my charm set, you know, and you know, this would mean someone's trying to get your attention. And I also want to show you guys, I know these pills popped up in some of my readings already, but not all of them. I know these are just, I think some of the colors did pop up. However, I have different colored pills. And I also read them as chakras, but because they're in a form of a pill, so that would indicate your chakra might need some attention. You might need healing in a specific chakra. Like the green one would indicate the heart chakra. Red one would indicate the root chakra. Blue would indicate the throat chakra, you know, and so on and so on. The pink one would indicate love, romantic love that needs healing. Oh, these aren't real pills, just FYI. I don't think pills come in these colors. They're fake. I believe they're supposed to be made into earrings or tongue rings or something. Well, anyways, I saw them and I thought they were adorable, so they come in a pack. So I just bought the pack. They have other colors too, but I just chose the ones that I feel more connected to. So I didn't just randomly, you know, put the whole pack into my set because I do want the colors to have its own individual meaning. So I have a lot of these colored pills. And this, I want to show you guys this. Yes, this is a shell. However, this clam, if this clam shows up in a reading, I always like read the message as forgiveness. Why? Because, okay, I'm a vegetarian slash vegan. When I say slash vegan, is because I try to turn into a vegan. I've been a vegetarian all my life. But anyways, I stopped drinking milk and I try not to eat cheese. However, I do still eat eggs because I feel like, you know, that's the easiest source to get my protein. I know there are other plant-based protein sources that you could go to, but it's just, you know, easier. So hopefully one day I could turn completely vegan. But anyways, I am a vegetarian slash vegan. But we were at a restaurant, a hot pot restaurant, and I wanted the shell, but because I don't eat clams. So I had my twin flame eat the clam for me just so I could get the shell. And I felt terrible, but in a way I just felt kind of selfish at the same time. I'm human, so I felt really bad and guilty. So that's why whenever this shell pops up in a reading, it's about forgiveness, feeling guilty, kind of that sort of feeling. So it's more like a emotional feeling. And this zipper literally came off of my my wallet. It literally came off of my wallet. And whenever this comes up, you know, it tells me that you need to either zip it or something, or the situation or someone is out in the open, or the message is out in the open, something about being open. So that's why I said, you know, have a charm and have a broad message, but it really depends on the question or the individual you're giving the reading to. And then that's where you dive in and to give them that detailed and specific message. Because at the same time, I don't really read charms just as an individual message. I also look at the other charms alongside and kind of read them as a whole. Is sometimes, and it's only because, you know, I'm doing the video and then I do want to showcase every individual charm to you guys. But most of the time when I do actual readings, I normally read them as a whole. And if you guys see these two charms pop up in a reading, these, because I have a couple of these in the set, these will indicate like an individual. So will indicate, one would indicate like how many individuals are involved in the situation. So I do have a couple of these in the set somewhere. And another thing is I have these wooden blocks that have numbers on it. So I would suggest you guys could, you know, pick up some, like objects that you could literally hand write something on it. I have these numbers and normally I indicate them as dates, like significant dates. And some blocks on there, I wrote in Chinese, the Chinese zodiac signs. So Chinese zodiac signs are kind of, not really, but are like astrology, horoscope, zodiac signs. But they do indicate like which year the individual is born or a situation that will happen at, you know, a zodiac signs year. So it really, you know, use your creativity and definitely, you know, have fun with it. And I do suggest you guys have to be connected with each individual charm. And because I've been collecting for a long time, I have a lot and you'll be surprised of how familiar you'll be with your charm set. They literally, they talk to you. I would spend a long time during my downtime, especially during quarantine and, you know, during this pandemic. I will always find time at home and, you know, like Netflix and chill on my own and just have my set literally on my lap and just looking through each individual charm to build that more chemistry and connection with them. And also, I do want to show you some of my favorite charms. Let me get out my tray. So these are some of my favorite charms. Some of them might look familiar to you guys. Reason being is because these are my favorite charms, and for my favorite charms, I tend to buy duplicates because it's one of those, you know, what if one of them gets lost, or what if one of them breaks in my pouch, because I keep my charms in my pouch, and then when I shuffle, you know, sometimes they might fall apart. It depends. So for my favorite charms, I always buy duplicates. And these are the charms. There are more. Here, let me just set them like this. These are the charms that I sent to Liz from Charmed Intuition Tarot a little bit more than a year ago. And I was just thinking to myself, like, these are my favorite charms and like I want to share it with someone, but unfortunately, I don't know anybody around my circle of friends that does divination. So definitely I don't know anybody that knows of charm casting. So I thought it would be the perfect idea for me to share it with Liz from Charmed Intuition Tarot. She's absolutely amazing, and I'm so in love with her readings. And also at the same time, you know, like, it feels good for me to be able to share your passion with someone who understands where you're coming from. That doesn't judge you, or that doesn't look at you as a freak. It's like, why are you playing with, you know, charms? And a lot of the times when some of my friends, when they see me with my charms, they're like, are those toys? They look like toys. They look like there's something that are for kids to play with. I understand where they're coming from, but, you know, sometimes not everyone understands you. So I let that go. So a year and a half ago, I sent these charms to Liz. And that's pretty much how our friendship began. She's such an amazing individual. She's just so loving and so caring, and just so passionate about divination, like about spirituality. And I just feel very blessed to have known her and to make this friendship connection with her. So some of these probably you've seen in her videos, and these are my absolute favorite ones. You know, the Little Mermaid, the paintbrush, we have like the wedding cake topper. And yeah, and whenever I see these charms pop up in her readings, especially like, you know, in the piles that I've chosen, it always puts a smile on my face. I'm just kind of like, yes, she's putting it in use. That's, you know, that's, to me, it's amazing to watch, because it's very exciting for me to share it with someone and just sharing the same passion. So let me know down in the comments if you guys recognize any of these charms. Let me just put it back. Also, you know, I feel like it was really cute. I was really shocked when, you know, when I first stumbled upon Liz's video, she also had these tiny, tiny poker cards in her video. And I'm like, whoa, I do that too. That's why I felt so connected with her. And I'm just so grateful that I found her. And then yeah, I just think it's absolutely like amazing, and I really do truly feel that everything happens for a reason. And I am so grateful for her. She is, you know, the one that's supported me and really had me thinking about creating my own channel. And then I finally did. And I'm really thankful that I did, because I'm having just so much fun doing what I do right now, just making videos. And to me, it's very therapeutic. Let's see if there's any more charms that I could share with you guys that I felt like it's got a fun story behind it. Oh yeah, so look at this. This is a bottle cap, obviously. And yeah, this is from a bottle of beer. And I have another bottle cap as well. And you could really just like look through what you have, especially when it comes to jewelry. Let's see. Oh, this was from a necklace. Like, definitely necklaces could start off your charm set with. Oh, this is funny. So these little photos, they're from these chocolates that I used to get. They're like this egg-shaped chocolate called Kinder, and they will give you like free toys inside. I know I'm like eating child treats and sweets, but they do come, you know, these little photos do come along with the Kindle chocolate surprises, and I kept them because I felt like they're really adorable, and they do have its own individual meaning. And when these pop up, they always indicate like a season. This one's winter, you know, this one's summer, obviously. So I thought that was really helpful. So I put it in my charm set. And with the thimble, this is an actual thimble. You know, let's talk about creativity, being persistent. And yeah, I have a lot of necklaces. This whistle was from a necklace, but because I feel like this necklace, I don't wear it often because it's too heavy and it's too big, and also because I do dance, so this would not be good for a dancer to wear around their necks. Oh, this is the other bottle cap that I was talking about. So this was from a beer. Okay, so I bought the beer. I don't drink anymore, but I bought the beer just so I could get this bottle cap. Look, I mean, look how pretty. Look at that tiger, right? So literally, I bought the beer just for the bottle cap. Yeah, let's see what else we have in here. Or maybe I could just kind of raise it up for you guys to just take a little peek. And hopefully some of these will pop up in our next reading, the ones that you have your eye on. You know, having buttons too, like this is a button from clothing. This was a button also from one of my favorite coats that fell off, and I read that as pentacle or coins, so more like a tarot message. And this was from an earring, like a cute earring, this cigarette. It was from an earring. I also, yeah, so, you know, if you're interested, start looking around the house. I started off with literally like 20 charms that I found around the house. And through time, your set will pretty much increase, and then will be a phase where you literally have to filter out your charms. And that's when you'll be like, wow, you know, yeah, my charm is increasing. My charm set is getting big. And I have just some, you know, spiritual charms like the flower of life. This one's very beautiful. I love it. This was from a friend. It's from their child. they gave them they gave this to me, and it's like a toy car. So like, you know, people say one man's trash is one man's treasure, right? So yeah, this is my charm set. I don't know if it's detailed enough for you guys to see. And when I used to just play around with the guitar. I'm not good at it or anything, but this is a guitar pick. And I thought it was really interesting if I were to just put the guitar pick in the charm set, because it says angry. I have the other guitar pick in here somewhere that says happy, because it did come in a set. I got them as a gift long time ago. So that was interesting. This was from a bracelet, one of my favorite bracelets, because I love purple roses. It means, I mean, it's very significant to me. It means protection, family love, and unconditional love. I have a purple rose tattoo over here. I don't know if you can see it. Can you? Yeah, I have a purple rose tattoo right here. Yeah, so I'm like in love with purple roses. Let's see what else we have. And also, you know, when you go shopping and you're just walking around, you'll see little things here and there that'll catch your eye. They might be in a form of a jewelry, like this one, for example. This came in, I think, like a packet of 3 or 4 or some sort from a craft store. And of course, ladybugs, they mean luck, unexpected luck, or making a wish. And I thought it was really adorable, and they're really cheap, so I got them. I was at a craft store, I remember. This was from an earring. These handcuffs, these were from an earring. Aren't these cute? And let's see. This was from I believe a Barbie collection a long time ago. And this is the really old school. Do you remember these cell phones? Those blocky cell phones? But it was from like is it Barbie? Well, some sort of like a, you know, doll thingy. And then I just took the cell phone. I didn't take anything else, but I did take the cell phone. Let's see. So yeah, some of my charms, they literally came from action figures also. So yeah, like kids' toys. Not all of them, but quite a few, I gotta say, quite a few. But definitely a lot from jewelry, necklaces, like the rainbow, you know, that talks about after the rainbow, there's always sunshine. And I also have, yeah, and when I travel, I do like go in the souvenir shop and I look at some of the souvenirs, and that's why some of my charms are from, you know, different cities, and that would to me indicate like a location. This Little Mermaid. Oh, this was from a necklace. Yeah, this was from a necklace. Religion or belief. I got a couple of glasses. I have sunglasses, and I have actual pair of reading glasses as well. I have a brain. Some of these charms, I did take off that little hoop, that little hole that you could, you know, put like a chain or, you know, because I feel like, I don't know, like when I grab them to cast, it feels better in my hands. So I would use like a plier, and I would just rip off these ones I can't take them off because they're literally connected to the charm. But yeah, so all of these charms, they have this little hole. but I take them off. It just feels better in my hands. I tried taking this one off, but then I've realized it'll bend the charm because this is like wire or something. So I didn't take this one off, but all the other ones I took off because I just at the same time feel like it's more clean and it's more simple. And yeah, this one was from a friendship bracelet from a long time ago. It says, "Don't forget me." And then the other half says, there's the other half. "I want you." Yeah. I want you. Because I have another charm that says, "Forgive me not." And I have these with different zodiac signs. We have Gemini and we have Capricorn here. So yeah, so let me know down in the comments if you've started your charm set or if you already have a charm set. Because this is my addiction, I feel like. All right, well, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about how I cast my charms. So obviously you guys seen the charts that I made. I don't really use the charts are for I guess for showing you guys on a more detailed level that I don't really have to explain too much in my videos. But I did make these charts. So the pink one is the romance love chart. And I just, thought about some words that could go in these little boxes, and whatever charm lands in the box will determine your message. And the red chart is where I determine, this is what I call the soul chart. It's more on like an individual level where you're doing individual readings. So yeah, so I just, I'll shuffle my charms that's in the pouch, and I kind of just go around like this, and then whatever charm, and I'll put the charms that's close, if it lands on the side of my board or my tray, I just kind of push them in and see like where they're closest to. And when I do actual readings for clients, I don't use the charts. I feel like the charts are for more like for viewers to understand more. But if I'm just doing an actual reading for private clients, because I do read the charms as a whole more like often, I use my shells. Typically, it depends on their question. Again, these shells I picked out from the beach. And also, this is from restaurants. My twin flame also ate these oysters for me. Oh God, I feel so guilty talking about it. Oh. But yes. So whatever charm lands inside the shell will be a specific message. Now, if we're doing a reading on love and then you have a specific person, or if you don't, it will indicate, your future person that's coming in. On the left, I would indicate you or the client. On the right will indicate the other half, your person, your partner. I will always put the shells one right side up and one of them upside down, like this, because that to me gives me like an energy of that yin-yang logo, yin-yang symbol that we have, the white and the black, how it complements one another. So I love doing that. Now, if we're doing a reading on just an individual that involves no other people, the left would be more of the feminine energy. On the right will indicate the client's masculine energy, divine feminine and divine masculine. And whatever that lands in the middle shell would be the message combined. So if it's a love reading, then it'll be the message for the both of you guys. If it's an individual, then it'll be like an advice, like overall advice for the reading. So let's just say we're doing a love reading and I'm just casting. Okay. So yeah, so this would be, let's look at this. Okay, this will indicate your message, and it would say weakness is a choice, you know, that fell in there. And we have this photo of a child letting go of a bird, freeing the bird. And that would tell me that, you know, maybe it's time for you to finally let go of a situation or to free yourself from attachments. And then on the right, your partner and your partner's message, we have the Three of Swords. So that will indicate, you know, heartbreak and betrayal, being really heartbroken. And we have this charm that says, I love you to the moon and back. And we have this bottle cap because it's blue, so I always indicate that as the throat chakra. Again, whenever I see colors, I always read it as chakras. And with the bottle cap, it means because the throat chakra indicates communication, truth, honesty, and because it's a bottle cap, they've opened up. So if I were to read this as a whole, I would say they are very heartbroken, and they're going through a lot, and they still have so much love for you, and they do want to openly communicate with you about your situation. Now, in the middle shell, we have this shoe, and we have a wishbone. So that would tell me that both of you at the same time are trying to take that first step, and it's either wishful thinking, or at the same time it could indicate a hope, or like a wish that the two of you are trying to pursue, or trying to portray, to be able to take that first step, to initiate that conversation. And again, you know, all these charms that's on the side, I would kind of, you know, read them as a whole. We have a sun, so that's a good sign. You know, it means happiness, success. And we have the charm that says miss you. And we have the photo that's on a beach. And we have the sign of the clubs, which that indicates fire energy, wands in tarot. We have this charm that indicates pinpointing something. This was from my earring. It's a dream catcher. So having dreams, you know, just like, you know, having wishes, hopes and wishes. We have Saturn and the key. So as a whole, I would read, yeah, this is something that you guys are trying to rebuild. And you have to pinpoint the fact that you still have feelings towards each other. You miss each other, and you do want what's best for the other in a relationship. However, you know, with the Saturn, it tells me that things are changing. However, it's pivoting to more of a direction that has obstacles in some sort. However, with this, which are the clubs, it indicates wands, so fire. However, you know, as long as one of you guys take action, take the first step, you will reach that phase of happiness and success and fulfillment. Now, we just have to kind of know, like, who would have that courage to initiate the first step. Okay, so that was just a sample reading of how I typically would use charms to read them. And I do also do dice divination. So what it is that you just read the numbers, and then you look at the placements of the dice. This video is getting pretty long, right? So what I would do is I would normally ask the clients to pick a color that will indicate themselves. again, like I read the colors as chakra colors. So if I were to pick the green one, that would indicate myself, right? Or the individual that's asking for a reading. And then I will take 6 dice. I'll hold it in my hand. Let's just say we're doing a career reading. So I'll take them and then I'll cast. Now this is you, okay? So I feel like right now with the number 3, you're looking for a team when it comes to career, someone to build with you, and then very close, and the team is in your realm. And there are two individuals, because the one determines an individual or a new beginning. So 2 individuals are on board. However, you're still feeling like you need more people on board. And having, these 2 dice on this very, corner of my board, I wouldn't read that as much because I always picture an individual, invisible circle right down in the center. And whatever lands on the outside, I typically don't really take that into consideration too much. That's just one of the rules that I follow. So yeah, that's pretty much how dice divination works. I'm also in love runes. Runes are actually when it comes to divination, one of my first divination tool that I picked up are runes. I learned the symbols long time ago. Oh, this is a cookie box that my twin flame got from Costco for me. I love it because on the side over here, it's a hidden music box. Isn't it beautiful? Got this for Christmas. Okay, isn't it cute? It plays music. So of course I'm gonna save the box. So this is my runes collection. So for those of you who are interested in runes, you can make your own. I also want to thank my twin flame because he also ate all of these clams. So I'm able to use them for my runes casting. So they're clamshells, and I just drew the symbols on there on my own. So you could literally make your own set, or you could buy them. I prefer to make most of them myself. So with runes, we have a circle in the middle, and then you cast, and it has meanings. It depends on the direction. I mean, I could make another video about runes, but in a nutshell, we cast them, and whatever that turns over are the message that you read. Whatever ones that are face down, typically we don't read them. So yeah, this is my first divination tool that I picked up, and I love them. Love. And for more detailed message with runes, I use multiple different sets of runes that would signify an individual. So if I had the stones here and I have the other wooden tiles, so I would cast them and then read them as a whole to determine how the other individual thinks. So yeah, maybe for another video I could do it all with runes. That would be fun, right? So yeah, so let's do something fun. before I end the video, let's have fun with the book of answers. Think of 3 questions. If you haven't thought about your questions, you can pause the video right now. Or let's try to answer your first question. First question. Don't be concerned. Second question. The best solution may not be the obvious one. Third question. It is worth the trouble. Okay, well, that's all for this video. Next video, let me know what you would like me to do a reading on. I would love to hear from you, and thank you so much for the subscribe. Again, I want to thank Liz from Charmed Intuition Tarot for introducing my channel. It was very, very sweet of her. I would also love to hear which divination tool you would like me to do a reading with. That would be fun. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.